So in this channel I'm talking about the Bitcoins, and another question I would like to ask about the Bitcoin system is where the money stored. I understand that the hashes and transaction letters, there's some letters which is transferred using the peer-to-peer model, and those letters are public, and I know that the transactions are made by Bitcoin are mostly the hash. So if I have some money in my purse, I probably should have some key, like a private key, to access my money, which represents what? A transaction. For example, I have one Bitcoin, one BTC. Is what my money looks like? What does it looks like in the whole system? Like, where does it stored? I mean, the transaction letter represents that. For example, Bob provided me with that amount of money once upon a time, and I'm having those money on my account right now, and it's already went to transaction block somehow. But where does it come from initially? That's what I'm interested in. I mean, what is the origin of the money? If you will follow the whole chain, where does the Bitcoin start existing and where does it end? I mean, how does it get created? For example, I suppose that it gets created through the mining process, and if the miner resolves one block, I'm always was wondering, one block, how much Bitcoins does it represent? I mean, how much Bitcoins in one block? Does that a fixed value, or probably it is all about transactions? Maybe that's probably a difficult question for me, but in future I would like to understand what's gonna happen if there is some graph which represents the whole computing power of the Bitcoin network. What's gonna happen if those computer power will fall due to some circumstances, probably, I don't know, wars, or the huge amount of computers, protocol switched, or whatever could happen to the internet. But what's gonna happen if lots of miners won't get interested in mining? What's gonna happen in those cases? And all of those mess is connected somehow. I mean, my questions probably are interconnected, so I need some simple answer which could open to me what is it about, what's going to happen. And the core question of this whole video is, if I have, for example, a 1 Bitcoin, and if I lose my private key, it means that I can't access anymore my Bitcoin. Where does it goes? I know that there's a total amount of the Bitcoins is 21 billion Bitcoins, or million Bitcoins. I already forgot. So 21 billion means that if 20% of people during like 300 years will lose their private keys, I don't know, due to deaths or due to just ignorance about storing their passwords safe, and what's gonna happen to those 200% of Bitcoins if it will get lost? Does the system relies on the fact that even if we will lose as a humanity 20% of all bitcoins, that 80% will cost a lot of money. Does the Bitcoin relies only on that fact that we will never lose all of the amounts of Bitcoin? Is that right? Does it mean that if we lose 20% of Bitcoins all around the earth, it will get lost forever? I mean, like, if 20% of Bitcoin owners are suddenly dead, what's going to happen to the system? Does that money gets, if we don't have the public keys anymore, does this money gets lost forever? So that's kind of a question which I'm really wondering about, and I really want to get an answer. So please give me that answer, or maybe more. Thanks for watching me. Goodbye.